Welcome to DU Digimon.
Hello and welcome to DU Digimon, and welcome to another deck profile / showcase. This is another 2-in-1 for you guys here. If you're liking this sort of content, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ding that notification bell so you're not missing out on any of the latest content. EX07 is finally here. If you're in America, in Britain, and I dare say some other places in the world, it's not yet out, but thank you to Huang Zero and his amazing team for getting EX7 onto DCGO so we can have a little go. So this is Zephagamon, so kind of the flagship Liberator deck, you know, from the new webcomic. Really cool. This is a deck that I was looking at building IRL, but I'm kind of trying to slow down my Digimon purchases a little bit, just because I did so many updates in BT17, and we've got Christmas on the way. We've got, you know, I hate saying that in September, but we do, and I want to try and get saving and all that sort of stuff. So, I know Sam is looking to build this, but, you know, we've got to do these things for the algorithm. So, sorry, Sam, I'm nicking a profile from you. Anyways, which, to be fair, we may even share his profile again, because if his profile is better than mine, we'll probably revisit it. But this is what I've come up with. So let's go into the card by card, and we'll take it from there. So, first of all, the eggs. I've gone for 5, just because green deck, we might be blasting through our eggs. You never know. Now, the interesting thing is, I was originally testing this one at 4. I now think this one might be the stronger pick, because it's an additional way of suspending stuff. We've got lots of suspending shenanigans in this deck, but sometimes we don't want to be in a position where we're choosing to suspend the opponent's Digimon, or we're choosing to spend our own, because we can get more advantages if we suspend our own Digimon. But at the same time, we need to make sure they're suspended so that we can use Vortex to attack into them, the new keyword that this deck does kind of feature. So I think this one, the ST18, might be the better one to go, but this is still a fantastic egg. I can see this getting a lot of play in a lot of different decks that are going to be kind of wanting to beat over other Digimon. Like, I might try it in Tyrannomon, actually. I think that could be a really good shout. Let's then get into the rookies. So first of all, we've got 4 copies of the Terramon from EX7. This one is super simple. When this Digimon Digivolve into a card with Avian or Bird in any of its traits, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So that's nice, get to go to things cheaper. And then it also has that when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, gain 1 memory. So it is actually kind of bonkers the amount of stacking we get with this gaining memory. If we potentially, you can go 1 memory, and then this where's the other one that, yeah, you can potentially gain 3 memory for beating something over, which is kind of nuts. So again, it's very much up to personal preference. I'm going to try out this egg, but this egg could also work really well for stacking with those effects. So, you know, take my profile as a guide and do what you do. But anyways, let's go into the next card. So this is the ST18 Terramon. This is one of the main searches in the deck. On play, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Bird Avian in one of its traits, and 1 card with either Vortex Warriors or Liberator, which is phenomenal. This guy, I don't think this guy has ever not picked up 2 cards. You know, there's a small chance he can't, but if we're looking at the deck, these guys have all got Bird in their traits. These guys have all got Bird in their traits. These guys have got Vortex Warriors and Liberate, and you know, these guys have got Vortex Warriors. All of these here, so literally this entire 5 rows of cards all have the Liberator trait. So all of this is searchable off of this little Terramon, which is insane. That is so cool. Yeah, so this is a phenomenally good searcher. I may even use it when we finally get the EX8 stuff for Tyrannomon, just because of the fact it can search Liberator stuff. It won't be able to search dinosaurs, but, you know, in lieu of a new searcher for the dinosaurs, this could be potentially good. But also really nice DP boost, inheritable, just really generic, plus 2000, you know, nice. Then we've got the promo one here. I've got this at 3 copies. I found this one is kind of the least important of the 3, which is ironic because I think it is probably the most expensive to get. Last time I checked, these were pretty high in cost, but that was because people hadn't really opened them at all, and could be in a better position now. But really simple. On play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Gets 2000 DP on the inheritable as well. Really nice. Next, the champions. So first going into the Galemon from ST18. So I put this one at 4 copies because it has a security effect. So you can play one card with the Liberator trait in a play cost of 4 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost. So that is a Liberator trait card. It doesn't have to be a Digimon, it could be a Tamer as well, so that is really nice. Also has Vortex and that inheritable of 2000 DP, so nice and simple card. We then got 2 copies of the promo one. Nice and simple. When Digivolving, suspend this by suspending one Digimon. This Digimon gets 2000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn, so it can beat stuff over. Whilst you've got Shoto in play, it gets gets piercing. Sorry, don't know why I was saying jamming. It gets piercing, which is really nice, and again has that 2000 DP inheritable, so very cool. Then we've also got the 4 copies of the Galemon from EX7. This is our Tamer setter, and is part of a trend of power creep. So for the longest time, we've had Digimon that will play a Tamer, but they will only play that Tamer if there are no other copies of that Tamer on the board. So, say for example, BT12 Greymon plays out a Taikamiya. You can't use it if there is already a Taikamiya on board. But this one, if you've got one or fewer Tamers, you may play one Shoto. So if you've got Shoto already on the board, you can play an additional Shoto, so it gives it a little bit more longevity. Then it also has this, when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, gain 1 memory inheritable, which can stack with this and this. So potentially another reason to potentially have this be your main egg and not this one. But like I say, I want to try this for the utility. Then going into our level 5s, we've got 4 copies of the EX7 Galemon. So this one is a Vortex, a user as well. When Digivolving, you may suspend one Digimon. If this effect suspended one of your Digimon, this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon until the end of their turn. That is great. Just immunity from Digimon effects on a level 5. A level 5 that you don't really have to put that much work into either. Like the only level 5 I know of before this one that provides that sort of immunity is Shakuamon from BT16, and that you have to DNA into. Well, technically you don't have to. I think you can hard Digivolve into it. I think the DNA stuff is actually a removal effect, but I digress. Some form of immunity on level 5, really cool. Then the inheritable, when this Digimon attacks your opponent's Digimon, this Digimon may unsuspend. Really nice. Then we've got the ST18 Grand Galemon. So this guy, on play when Digivolving, suspend one Digimon. If this effect suspends one of your Digimon, you may play one Digimon card with the Avian Bird in any of its traits at 3000 DP or less from your hand without paying the cost. So it can help play out your Terramon to get an additional suspend, get a search, really, really nice stuff. And then has that same inheritable when this Digimon attacks your opponent's Digimon, this Digimon may unsuspend. Really, really nice. You could also try in the level 5 slot the BT17 Parrotmon as well, if you wanted like an additional security effect in this deck. Obviously, you can still use that, search it quite well, because it is a form of a bird. It's a giant bird, I believe, in its traits. I'll pop it up on the screen. And has a similar inheritable, if not exactly the same inheritable. But at the same time, the more you've got the Gales, I feel the more searchable they are, because not only are they also birds, but they are also Vortex Warriors, Liberators, so they're way more searchable. Then going into level 6 is the stars of the show. We've got 3 copies of EX7 Zephagamon. So I've gone for a 3-3 split. I think some lists have gone kind of 4 and 2. Either way. I've gone 3-3 just because I wanted to kind of try out both these Zephagamon. The EX7 one, Security Stat +1, Vortex, really nice. So if you do manage to give it piercing, that's really a big bonus. When Digivolving and when attacking, suspend one of your Digimon. If this effect suspended one of your Digimon, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck, which is nice. And there's no threshold on that. You just have to suspend one of your Digimon, and you can bottom deck any of their Digimon. Really nice removal. Then we've got the ST18 one. This one doesn't have the Security Stat +1, but it still does have the Vortex. When Digivolving, suspend one Digimon, then unsuspend one Digimon. So if you manage to attack in with something first, you can use this to then, suspend something to unsuspend itself, essentially. And then all turns, when a Digimon is unsuspended, this Digimon is unaffected by your opponent's Digimon effects and gets plus 3000 DP for the turn. And that's all turns. So that means if it's out and, you know, say for example, something reboots on your turn, I believe it gets that immunity. You know, it's kind of bonkers. It's a really cool card. You know, all of these are really cool. Then let's get into the tamers. We've got 2 copies of the ST18 Shoto. So this is start of your turn. If you have 2 or less memories, set it to 3. Nice and simple. Also really important for the overall strategy, because when any of your Digimon attack your opponent's Digimon, by suspending this tamer, you may kind of change the attack target to another of your opponent's Digimon or the player. So you can actually use your Vortex. Vortex usually can only attack Digimon, but with this tamer out, your Vortex suddenly becomes a way of attacking the player as well. So you could potentially swing for game with that. If you've gone over turn, you could get some cheeky checks off. You know, really nice stuff. Then we've got the already infamous EX07 Shoto. My word, this card is getting used in so many decks that it's not intended for. Or maybe, you know, Bandai knew it would then work in those decks, who knows. But what it does is start of main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Super simple. You know, a lot of tamers have been starting to do that sort of effect recently, ever since kind of BT14 really. End of turn, by suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon gains piercing and blocker until the end of the opponent's turn, and if it has Vortex Warriors trait, it unsuspends. So all of your level 5s and above have Vortex Warriors in the trait, so you can unsuspend all of them to then allow them to use their Vortex to attack into something, which is really nice. Then let's get into the options. I've got 1 copy of Anemoi Embrace, which this is a really strong card. I was playing it at 2, but I wanted to play some other stuff. Suspend 1 Digimon. If this effect suspended your Digimon, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck, then unsuspend 1 Digimon. So if you pass turn with this, you can use it to remove something. So going up against, like, say, a wider board, use it to suspend one of your Digimon, use it to then remove one of their Digimon, unsuspend your Digimon, use your Digimon's Vortex to then attack into any of their remaining Digimon. Really nice. Then we've got 3 copies of the Vortex Resonance. I was originally testing with 4 in this one, but I kind of figured, do you know what, you don't want to just use this as a search. It's a good search, you know, adds any Liberator card, and there's so many Liberator cards in the deck, but you want to use this at the right time, because it helps you with your Digivolution so much. So, you know, I do think it's a really good way of kind of getting higher up and all of that sort of stuff. But you don't want to just be going, I'm going to use it as a search, which is why I opted for the 4 copies of Agility Training over the top. And I love this new artwork with Shoto in it. It's really nice. And of course, Agility Training is self-explanatory. Reveal 2, delay, you know, reduced by 2, enough said. And then I've also put in HPD, Hidden Potential Discovered. And the reason we've done that is because this is actually, obviously HPD is busted anyway, but in this deck I feel like it's even better, because all of a sudden we can now, say for example, we are we're into our Galemon, for example, or we're our Grand Galemon. We can use this, go into one of our level 6s, unsuspend immediately. So we can use this to go into one of these for free, suspending ourselves to then, you know, to then unsuspend, gain our immunity, gain our DP. So really strong. But yeah, that's the build. Let me know if you guys are happy with it. And we're now going to jump into a game. Hopefully it will go well. And I won't be recording for too long, but we shall see. Wish me luck, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, this is a decent hand as we go against Not Before My Coffee, which that is a philosophy to live by. Don't do anything before my coffee. Right, let's go here. We'll go 0 into Terrormon. And I think we'll just do that. We'll just go Shoto. Leave him on 1. Also, just realised what we're up against. I believe we are up against Lilithmon. Lilithmon X, if I'm not mistaken. Very cool. So get there on deletion there. Going to Cerberusmon X. Get their draw engine going. So we're at 3. Let's go. This is only on deletes, does it? Doesn't have retaliation either. I think we'll do that. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go into Galemon. Yep. Suspend that. Get the 2000. Let's go for an agility training. Let's just see if we can get level 5. Perfect, but it's not. It's not the one that's got Vortex, which is annoying. So we're going to go into this. We'll do that. We're not going to bother switching the target because we've got piercing. Not use that because it's already suspended. Not use that. There we go. Do that. Piercing check. Don't die. Good job, Galemon. Then let's go. Let's go into the Grand Galemon. Didn't get to play that out, unfortunately, because it's already suspended. Oh well. That's the thing with this deck. It's a lot of it's you have to suspend a Digimon. So it's you know, if it, because the effect goes if it suspends one of your Digimon. So if your Digimon's already suspended, the effect will not go off. Okay, yep. So we're definitely against Lilithmon. I mean that art. Right, let's see what we can go. Stop being distracted by Lady Devimon. Right, let's go. 0 into Terramon. I'm then going to go... Still haven't got our dudes. We'll go here. It's Shoto. We then might as well take a swing. We live. Nice. And then we'll go in the raising into Galemon. Let's do that. Gives ourselves the blocker. We're not immune to anything though, so they could delete us, which would be, you know, less than ideal. But let's see what we can do. What I need specifically is a Zephagamon. There's that Lady Devimon again. Like the BT3 one? Yeah. Just trigger, draw 2, then trash 2. Yes, that's not bad for a BT3 card. Use an option card, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Yeah, that's pretty good, essentially, in this deck specifically. Ooh, hello. Mervamon as well as in this. Okay. Uh-oh. Ruh-oh. We might be in trouble. Oh, there's Lady Devimon X. So this is the one that it plays a token. It has blocker. Okay. And that blocker has retaliation as well. Yeah. That's great for a deck that wants to beat things over. And there's Lilithmon X, the Lady of the Hour. So this is... Does this just give the effect for this to delete itself or something? Is that how this works? That's a nice combo. So... you use that to try and delete this, and then this has the alternative effect of deleting something else on the board to stop it from being deleted. That's quite cool. Okay. Right. Let's see what we can do, I guess. We'll go here. We'll go into the Grand Galemon. We'll suspend itself so I can get the immunity. Then we're going to have to search for it. We're going to go agility training. Thank the Lord. Alright, we're going to go here. Then we shall go into the Zephagamon. Going to suspend. So, not once per turn, of course, so we can do it again. This also, other than by battles, so yeah, we want to suspend that potentially. Let's go suspend that. We're going to need to suspend this first. Do this. Then do that. Use Vortex. Targeting this. Then we're going to suspend one Digimon. Yep. And we're going to suspend this because we don't want to get retaliation blocker. Then we'll unsuspend to stop us from getting beaten over. We'll also suspend this. It'll be able to, you know, restand and all that sort of stuff. And we will not be switching the target because we've got the piercing available. So Protoform will go back in, that's fine. Kind of just want to deal with that Lilithmon. And that's them on 3. And we've been able to kind of unsuspend, restand, so that retaliation blocker won't be able to cause us any harm. We are still immune, right? Yeah, we're still immune. Because this immunity lasts right up until the end of the opponent's turn, unlike the structured Zephagamon, which only lasts for the turn, but you can potentially keep triggering it. So if we play our cards right here, we've got game. Okay, Anubis one. You ain't gonna be deleting me. I'm immune. I'm immune to your wicked charms. I've just gotta hope they don't play out multiple blockers. I mean, we've got multiple ways of suspending. So it might be okay. But depending on what we do, we've got game. Oh, Digicross. What did I just say? What did I literally just say? Trying to think, who is it? I think it's Team Deathslinger plays Merthel a lot. From what I've seen of him, he's been cooking with that as well. He's been cooking with Mervamon. No, she's still pretty scary. Because now, what, do they all have blocker? Is that how this works? Also has all of your crossheart or with retaliation gain Russian blocker. So they've got three. She's got 3 blockers now. God. Okay, and they've all got retaliation. Okay, well we can still do this. We can still do this. We've still got this. So we're gonna go 3 into Terramon. And we're going to suspend Mervamon. We're then going to swing into security. Use this to suspend this. Use this to suspend this. No more blocking for you. 2 checks. And then we're going to go your 1 Digimon Digivolves over here into, we'll go into Galemon. And then we'll go 3 into Grand Galemon. We can suspend one of their dudes. I might as well suspend this Anubismon. Why not? We're then going to... Well, we could do either of these to get game. We go Vortex. And I'm going to swing into the Anubismon. Then use this Tamer to switch the target. To attack the player. We might as well use this as well. Just to doubly show that we can really bang. Do we use Vortex? There's not really much point. I'm not going to do it. And there we go. We win. So that was Zephagamon. We'll just leave it at that match because, as you can see by the timer in the top left corner, I've been doing this for a while because I've had numerous disconnects. I've had lots of things going on whilst I've been trying to recording, and I want to try and record one more video tonight, and it's already like 1 o'clock in the morning, I think. So, yippee. So, but that's Zephagamon. That's how it works. Just some of the tricks there that you can use with it. I mean, they had 3 blockers out, and we were able to suspend all 3 of them to get the game there. Really interesting deck. I really like it, and very tempted to build it properly myself. So let me know if you guys liked the build, if there's anything you would improve upon, if there's anything you want to see instead, you know, anything at all really, just let me know. But also like, subscribe, and ding that notification bell, and we'll see you again for the next video. But until then, keep it digital.